Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap the Great with another installment of Jungle Island Adventures. So, what are we doing today? Well, you can see it, I am in a boat. And the reason I'm in a boat is for something I talked about last time. I had mentioned that I was going to truncate the world file so that we could not have unsightly chunk borders. And I see that we are possibly getting some of those. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to check that out. But if you look over here, I've got well, it's pretty clear. Let's just pop that. So right here we've got this sheer cliff face underwater, and that is because the old terrain generation is right there and new terrain generation is right there. Okay, so I am pretty close. I got pretty close on this one. I think that may have been by design. This looks like new. Does that look like new stuff? Yeah, that's all new stuff. Okay. So the reason I did that is because the Jungle Island itself is from 1.5, and there was a terrain generation update in 1.7, and whenever you have two different terrain generations, the moment you get into previously unexplored chunks, what you're going to have is these ugly borders, and potentially overland. So I wanted to avoid that, and the way I did it was by just truncating the island. And the reason I did that is because in 1.7 my little island is actually in the midst of an ocean. Can I get rid of that? No. Let's see. I want to get rid of that because a tree was in the previous chunk right there. Okay, we're all done. And we've got kind of odd hanging stuff here. So what I'm doing is I'm going around and I'm just checking the borders to make sure that the ugly chunk borders are going to be below the water. And so far so good. So you see it right there. So let's have a little chat while we're talking about there's one of those air pockets. Let's just chat, okay? How you doing? Is everything going all right for you? I hope so. Those things are going all right here. I've been doing some work off camera. That zombie spawner is going all right. Oh, hey, there we go. Getting a little lag spikes because of the generating new chunks. So we've got 6. Yeah, that should be sufficient. So I'll try and not go too fast because I don't want to jump into the void or anything like that. So it seems to be holding up. Okay, so we can see old stuff right there and new stuff kind of getting generated in here. And you can't really see the island. Let me pop up to 7 or 8. We'll go with 8. Hopefully that doesn't drop the frame rate down too much. No, we're still good. Okay. So we're just loading this in. It makes it look like there's just one island right there when there's a whole lot more over that way. But we're far enough away that it is not rendering in. So I've been working on the zombie spawner, and down in there I've done some AFK overnight down in the fish farm, and that is important for one reason that I will talk to you about right now. Now, I don't know if you've encountered this, but in Minecraft there is a glitch where sometimes if you get a bunch of mobs lined up in a very small area, like a 1x1 area, kind of like I've got for the cow farm, or even the zombie spawner. If you do that, you run the risk of, when you log out and log back in, that some of them will glitch out and that's happened a few times with my cows, which is fine. I don't feel like getting them back in there, so I just dispatch them right then and there, and so I've got some steak available. Am I on the thing again? Let's see real quick. And you can't hardly see anything. My goodness. Night vision potions would be good. Now, that little glitch where they sometimes pop out, it's all well and good for friendly mobs like cows. It's not so good for zombies, right? So I was at the zombie farm, and I'd had about 100 or so zombies gathered, and I logged out. I knew I shouldn't have, because I've had issues with them before doing this, but I logged back in, and when I logged back in, like 6 or 7 were outside of the containment area. I figured, okay, well, I can dispatch these guys. Well, one of them was a baby, and babies have a hitbox of 1, and my little safe area only had, it had a 1 block high hole. Oh, here, there's something. There's the other benefit to doing this. You can come in and see what might be down there. So there's just a 1 block wide hole, which is a bit problematic. And I ended up dying at the hands of a baby zombie pretty quickly. And that wasn't that fun. And he got all my stuff, and he started using my stuff. He took my nice sword, used that against me a few times, and it was a one-hit kill because he had all my my other stuff as well, the armor, and I had a lot of other things that I was working on in the zombie farm. I was putting together a lot of the armor that they drop, and had that all on me, and I had my nice bow, my infinity bow, and that dropped, and so I was spending my time trying to get it all back within the despawn time, but to no avail. I lost all of that stuff. I did manage to get back my armor and my sword, because the little baby zombie had it, and I just slowly but surely hacked away at him. But he ended up killing me like 5 or 6 times, and that was pretty bad. I was quite surprised with his pathfinding. I've got a huge network of places down there, the tunnels and stuff going every which way, and he managed to find a way around constantly. And so I would think I would be getting close, and he'd go around and come up behind me, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. Let me just show you some of the stuff around the base real quick, and then we'll get on to the project for the day. Alright, I have increased the area here a little bit for storage, because I'm starting to get more of this. You can see the steak really piling in, and I'll show you that. I think we built the cow cooker last time. This is for projects upcoming. I only needed one. No, I went through 1 boat. That's at the bottom of the ocean back there. I didn't need much of that. That was easy. So the island is not that large, and the borders, it looks like, are perfectly fine. So let's take a look at some of the other borders we've got. Oh, real quick. The cow farm, building up wheat, but as you may have seen from the previous chest with all the steak, I don't need any more right now, so I'm not going to bother breeding them. But you see, we've got 54 in there. I had gotten up to 100, but yeah, I think we're doing all right as far as the cows go. Are you familiar with this contraption? Hopefully you are, but this is a rail duplicating machine, and you can see I've been busy. Okay, I want to make sure, well, I need some more of that, but I've got the power rail down. Done. Activator rail, I've been working on that. But, yeah, we're not going to have an issue with rail coming up. So if they do take out the duplication technique, I'm covered, okay? It's a little cheaty cheat. And then I've got another cheaty cheat right here. That's for flower pots and stuff you can put in flower pots. That's going to be useful when it comes time to get some dark oak saplings, which I can go get now. Hopefully, as long as this thing is still intact, we're good. So you see I had to block up this area. He came through here a couple times. Yeah, it's just nuts. And he came through this way, and I had to block up. I made myself a little area here, and then was able to get him through there. But let's just take a look around. Now, as I said, I had been doing some of the AFK fishing, and that actually helped me get another infinity bow back. So there we go. I've got a power 4 Unbreaking 3 infinity, which is great. I had to close this off because the little guy does have pathing ability through here, so I closed him off completely and he wasn't able to get through. So here we go. We're all good. I'm just checking to make sure, or checking for the chunk borders. It looks like we're fine. So this is the back end of the zombie farm. So I think we're good. Alright. That's the main thing that I was checking for. So yeah. See some other stuff. I keep getting silk touch picks. I lost my efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 pick to that little encounter with the zombie, and so I've tried getting a new one, and I got a Fortune 2 efficiency 3, and I don't care about Fortune 2 because I've got a Fortune 3 pick, and that's down in the mining area. But I got a bunch of silk touch. I keep getting silk touch. Now normally I wouldn't complain because it is a pretty rare drop, right? Am I on peaceful? I am. That's because I was just doing a tutorial. The other thing that I did here, I got a looting sword. That's right, looting 3. So we're going to be in good shape when it comes time for getting wither skeleton skulls. That is just from hanging out here and doing a 30 level enchant. I managed to get pretty lucky on that one. A bunch of this stuff, and we'll have more as we continue using this thing. And then the mining. I'm going to show you the setup I've got here. Cleaned up a little bit. Got mine shafts running all the way down this way, and they should run into the chunk borders. I haven't explored those yet, nor those. So the ones I've explored, I always put a torch in, and that should go that way. Okay. Let's see. A bunch of ore. I'm not hurting for redstone. Still hurting a little bit for iron. We've got our Fortune 3 pick and efficiency 4 silk touch. That's for getting ores. And then the auto smelter, which I think has run out of fuel. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, because I'm using the fuel for something else. And I will get to that. That's actually our project for the day. But let me get up here and sleep. And while I'm at it, I extended the cat area because I'm starting to get more cats, and I ended up waking up inside the cat area constantly, and I don't like doing that. But we're gonna go top side, and I'm gonna show you something else I've been working on. So when I get there, I will bring you back in, okay? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and well, I've tried messing with the frame rates, but They are just not cooperating right now. That's unfortunate. So here we go. I am above my little cove area. You can see it down there. And I'm at Y95, and I've been doing a little bit of work, and this is going to be the permanent base. You can hear my my adventure cats. They're hanging out with me, keeping creepers away. But let me show you what I've been working on. Okay, we've got a little bit of a structure here, so nothing too fancy right now, but there we go. What I'm doing is I found a design for a general mob spawner that I am going to be building, and it takes care of Endermen as well as spiders. I'm actually going to put a link to that one in the description below. I've made some updates to it since we are in 1.7. There have been some updates since the original version went up, and we can compact some of the redstone, and I've been doing that. And I don't need the XP farm version of it because I've got an XP farm, and we're going to be working on other XP farms later. So I just need the items. Really, that's all I need. Let's take a little sleep. Hello, kitty. I've got them sitting down so that they can't get on that chest and they can't get on the bed. But this works like most other generic mob spawners in that you go to a high Y, okay, and then you just sit there and gather all the drops. Now we are at let's see, like I said, Y98 now. But this design is going to calls for going up to Y254. Okay, just below build height, and actually the whole build is going to take up to build height. So let's go on up. I really don't have a way of getting back down either, but I'm gonna go up to build height. That's going to go through 4 stacks. No, maybe 3 stacks of cobble just to get up there. And there we go. That's a pretty cool view. Holding shift. We don't want to have any mishaps. That's kind of cool. And you can look around. You can see my render distance. Alright, but I am going to just take care of this, and then I will bring you back once I'm up there, and we'll get started on the next part, okay? So, back in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, still holding shift, but I'm not going to bring you along for this whole thing because since we are up so high, the game is having a decent amount of work just to keep all of these chunks loaded, and we'll see if that affects frame rates in later videos. But here we are at the top at Y equals 255. I can't place any more blocks, and what we're going to do is we're going to build a cobblestone structure all the way to the ground. Now you may be wondering, how in the world is that going to happen? Well, look at my hotbar. We've got some lava, and this is a bit disconcerting for me because I am in a jungle. I've got trees close by, and I'm sitting here pouring lava, knowingly pouring lava. So hopefully we don't have a catastrophe, but we shall see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put lava here, and that should spread out like that. Okay, that's been enough, and so what we'll do is we'll just put this here, and that should go on. Okay, so let me get this other side as well. I should be able to No, I need to build a little bit more. And I can actually pick up that lava. I don't need all of that lava like I've got in my hotbar. I do need some of that, and I need another piece of that. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I will be just running around placing lava and then blocks like this. Okay, and then we'll just put the water there. There we go, and that should be it. We'll just grab that lava back and get some more water, and there we go. So I will continue that all the way around, and I will bring you back once that is done. Okay, back in a bit. Alright, I'm sorry ladies and gentlemen, I lied on that last piece. I just decided to take that little water elevator all the way down, and I beat the lava down so we can see this at the point of truth here. So it should get collected by that area right there, hopefully. Okay, there we go. So that one's coming on down. You see that other one coming on down. But yeah, I think we've got it. So I've got the routine. Okay, no, that's just disappearing. So this part is now all done, and this one is disappearing. And so we should have a finished starter wall pretty soon. So that's the way I'm going to do it. So just to make sure we've got... I did a few practice runs in my creative world on how to do this, just on shorter walls. But there we go. So I will have to build a ladder all the way back up, but that's not a problem. We need to do that anyway. But there we go. So next time I bring you back, we should have the wall all completed. Okay? Back in a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and there is the finished tower. At least one side of it. Let's go take a look at the inside. Hopefully I can get down from this tree without too many problems. Let's see. There is one of those. Yeah, no exit strategy here. Oops. Well, let's see. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, so I finished up. I missed my spot. There we go. I finished up all of the walls, and so this is what we're going to be dealing with. And as I do the project, you will see the mob spawner come into being, and it's going to be way up there. Okay, but this is such a large structure that I have decided I'm going to put my entire home base in here. That way, most of the jungle island will remain untouched, other than this little cove out here, and then occasional building projects elsewhere. I've seen some sites that I want to visit and play with a little later, but this is going to be my base. So we're going to pack all of the various things that we need in here. Mob spawner, some other odds and ends, various farms, and then also all of this that you see right here will eventually be a hole down to bedrock, and all of the mines and stuff will be coming off of that. But that's the long-term plans, and I'm going to bring you along for little projects along the way. But that is it for now. I have done the wall, and I will put a link to the mob spawner plans in the description below. It's a Minecraft forum post, and then I'm going to bring you along for the various changes that I make to it. But But yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like on it. It helps me out. And if you really enjoyed and have not already done so, think about subscribing. We do this on a semi-regular basis. So between this and the multiplayer series and occasional tutorials, hopefully there is enough here for everyone. As always, I do welcome your comments, questions, and suggestions. Just leave those below. And you can also catch me on Twitter. I'm at MCSoapTheGreat. And I'm usually on there most days. I just keep TweetDeck open. So if you have any questions, feel free to ping me there. But that's it for now. And I do thank you for watching. And I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.